Have you ever felt overwhelmed with an emotion, with a situation? Have you felt that it's insurmountable, that it's almost bigger than life? Thank you for joining me today. I am Teresa Palmer, a contributing author to Own It magazine, and my July article is all about understanding stress and understanding cortisol. It's about managing our emotions and perspective. And today, what I would like to share with you in this video is a different perspective on a matter of how we could use an exercise to change our perspective so that we're not overwhelmed, that we could deal with things and that we could see things for what they are rather than these bigger than life perspectives that sometimes we get ourselves into. So, what I would like you to do is think of a situation. Perhaps it's financial, perhaps it's your job, professional, personal, or perhaps it's an emotion, sadness, grief, a loss, maybe of a job, something that you're overwhelmed with, something that you think is so big that it's hard to deal with. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to take yourself and that emotion or situation to a cave. You enter the cave, and the cave is dark and it's big. And you sit there and you think, oh my goodness, I'm never going to get out of this situation. It's so overwhelming. X, Y, and Z has got me to the point where I don't know what I could do anymore. It is bigger than life. And as you sit there, suddenly an eagle appears at the entrance. You walk over to the entrance, and the eagle says to you, hop on my wings, and we're going to take a journey. You have nothing to lose, so you hop on the wings of the eagle. And as the eagle flies higher and higher, goes into the air, you look down and you see that cave and you see your emotion, your situation, and suddenly it looks small. It's not overwhelming, it's not gigantic. In fact, it's not any bigger than anything else around you. And as you look at the clouds, and as you look at the sky, and as you look at the world that's below you, you begin to put everything in perspective, that everything has its place, that everything is as it should be, that the cave that you were in with your emotion or your situation is the same as everything else. It's not any bigger. In fact, as you go higher and higher, your perspective changes and this cave becomes smaller and smaller. It's now in bite sized pieces where you can deal with it. The eagle tells you that there's nothing that you can't deal with, that once you get the whole perspective, the 360-degree perspective, that everything then gets put into place, and that there's nothing that's overwhelming or too large to deal with. The eagle then brings you back to the cave at the entrance and lets you off. You look at the cave and you think to yourself, so much bigger than it was when I looked at it from a higher perspective. Perhaps I need to change my perspective. I need to go to a higher level to ascend past that overwhelm, that judgment that things cannot be taken care of, that they're too big for us to handle, and to realize that nothing in our life is too big to handle, that everything is manageable. It's just the perspective. So when we're looking at the perspective that's very limited, that's very boxed as the cave, we think of it as overwhelming. But when we look at the 360 perspective and we look at it in relationship to everything around us, we realize that it's no different than anything else and that everything can be tackled. Everything, when put in perspective, can be dealt with. So, thank you for joining me today. And I hope that you enjoy the article that is about stress, the effect on the body, and what cortisol does to the body. It's an important article because we are in charge of our health and well being. We have that power. At least 70% of disease and illness is caused by stress, and we could manage that. Good health and well being is in our hands. And I think we're at a crucial time in our world and our development because technology has gotten to the point where technology wants to take over everything. And I'm certainly not opposed to technology. I think we need it. But I think that when it comes to our health and well-being, that we need to be in control. We have the power. And once we understand about illness and disease and health, we could take back that power. We could be in control and we could manage our health and well-being. Don't let AI overwhelm you or give your power away to an intelligence other than your own. You are the power that can change your health and well being. You are the power that can change the world. So thank you for joining me today. I do appreciate it.